Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
Oh, Brendan getting it out there before we...
What was that, a fart?
It was a burp.
He's after ripping a big fart out in the...
No, it was a big burp.
Rotten.
But he's right to get it out before we start.
Yeah, get a little better out than in.
Yeah, better out than in, I always say.
But I always say better not recorded.
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's
if you
what
want to
my
rip a
mother
fart.
used to say.
Yeah, my mother used to always say, if you're going to fart...
Don't record it.
Please don't be recording it.
Don't be recording
But you're
it.
nowadays where you can't get away from it.
No.
See those infrared cameras? Did I talk about these before? Probably.
Did they pick up farts?
Yeah, there's these infrared cameras. They're like heat-seeking cameras.
Oh, they see the little poof.
And they're like, people put them out in the middle of London.
Oh,
And you see these women waiting for a fucking bus, and all of a sudden you see a little...
rank.
Like, women are rotten, Ray. I wouldn't. I'd never fart in public. I think it's disgusting.
I
But
think
women,
you're right,
Oh,
yeah.
women are old pigs. Speaking of women, oh no, actually, it's a bad transition.
You were saying women are old pigs.
No, yeah, what we on about there, Mark? You were saying. Here you're a misogynist now,
Yeah.
Kendy. So, anyway, not that women are all pigs, but I do want to talk to you about...
Women.
not women, actually. Teachers.
Well, that's a more specific brand of a woman.
That is a certain brand of woman,
Certain
yeah.
brand of a woman.
So, can I talk? Okay, there's a couple of topics here now. This is just so I don't zone in on one particular identity.
Right.
Okay? And I don't mean that as an individual, I mean a type of person.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking about, there's a whole amalgamation of stuff that happens here.
Yeah.
What is it about Christmas parties?
Cue Christmas music.
That's the macro.
That's
That's probably the wrong key because we don't know what the song's going to be
It's
about.
always that song. I always put this song in
Yeah,
every
but
year.
you don't know if you don't have perfect pitch. Yeah, but it could be at a different pitch.
I guarantee you that's perfect.
You have perfect pitch. You try to tell me. You're going to change the key of it and everything. You're going to make sure you find it in that key.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Fucking
Go
hell.
on anyway. Christmas music will fade out shortly.
So, what is it? That's at is the wider scale macro? Is that macro? Is this? So that's it at the wider scale. So what is it about Christmas parties? Then a little bit more internally, what is it about teachers on their Christmas party?
Right.
And then let's delve in a little bit deeper, man. Let's get the telescope out. What is it about female teachers on Christmas parties?
Christmas parties. Well, as everybody is saying, it's the whole commentary every year. There's a lot of people that don't go out from one end of the year to the other.
No.
And then they're there.
Yeah.
They're out and they're amongst colleagues, people they're not used to going out with in a social capacity.
Yeah.
So they lose the run of themselves and they turn into a different person.
Now, do they turn into a different person or into their true self?
That's debatable.
Now.
It's a mix of the both. I think there's something lurking there underneath. It's their inner ego or chi or whatever you like to
I
call
had
them.
this conversation with someone last night, and this is a question for everybody, right?
Okay.
Are you inherently annoying? And it only comes out then when you drink, so it's within you, and you drink. Or does drink make you really annoying?
No, in my firm belief that some people are hiding a section of their personality that alcohol unleashes.
Yes,
And
alcohol and Pablo's dandruff as well.
well, I don't know.
It's snowing at Christmas, Ray. I'll
can't
tell you that
speak
much.
to
No,
that.
all I'm going to say is, Ray.
I'm still not seeing
Woo!
it.
It's going to be a white Christmas.
Still not seeing it. So as far as I'm concerned, no, I think the few beveraginos of a night just loosens you up to the point where you're either a bollocks and you have seen with me on nights out, we could only reflect on last Christmas.
Yeah, but you're not
as
always.
Brendan looks at me from the hallway.
You're not always drinking Blue Moon now. I'll
No,
give you
but
that.
I mean, there are times when I take a drink and all of a sudden I'll say all the wrong things and be very apologetic for days after and months and years even, Brendan.
Yeah, sometimes I'll take all the drink and I can't actually say anything. Actually,
Yeah,
and sometimes
you
you're
go
better
mute.
off doing that.
Yeah.
But
And
I find, the other thing is as well that these people who get out of their minds drunk, and this is a little bit presumptuous, but I don't care because it doesn't matter. I can say what I want. It's a little bit presumptuous, but the people that get out of their mind drunk, what ends up happening then is Pablo's dandruff ends up fueling them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So these people that should be asleep at the bar all of a sudden have a lease of life.
Oh.
And they're still as drunk as they were.
Oh, I see. So this actually keeps them ticking over.
Keeps them ticking over.
It regulates the situation.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great regulator, Ray, I must say. You know? Anyway, the person I'm on about in this particular occasion was not on that. This person was drunk.
Multiple cocktails.
Yeah, she had multiple cocktails in a certain establishment.
A mix.
And was drunk.
One might say.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, though, there seems to be like, you know, like when a teacher goes out, the teachers are going to kill me.
Yeah.
Primary school teachers for sure.
Oh my God, are you actually narrowing
Let's
it that
zone right
much?
down there.
So you're saying secondary school teachers?
Primary school teachers from Swinford teaching third. No, I don't know who this. It was only after the event happened that someone said to me, "You know, she's a teacher. She taught me." Like someone,
Okay.
and I was like,
What age of a woman are we talking? Give us was she in her?
She was between 25 and 80.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
you know that one about
yeah, yeah. She's not a young teacher anymore. Oh, I'm in trouble for that.
She's between 25 and 80. Okay, I'm still trying to be very careful. I know a lot of really nice teachers. I'm just saying that there's a certain cohort that this happened. I've seen this multiple years in a row where you hear about these, what you would consider to be disciplined jobs.
Sorry, I just realised there. I have 3 teacher sisters.
Yeah, and they're going to kill me.
All 3 of them are different when drunk.
Yeah.
One of them will be, let's see, can you guess?
Okay, go
One
on.
of them will talk.
Am I allowed guess? Will they kill me for guessing?
No.
Okay.
One of them will talk the face off you till the sun comes up.
Okay, yeah. How is Marie? Is she good, right?
That's right, yeah, very good.
Go on.
One of them will be asleep on a bass bin somewhere in the nightclub.
Is Joanne taking over that?
And one will be continuing to drink pints and not be anyways phased at all at the bar.
Yeah, sneering at them, Karen.
There's Karen.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In another way, I got every one of them.
Yeah, but you know them. Like,
I know your sisters all too well, so they're always texting me.
But none of them now seem to be going into the way. What?
No, nothing.
Texting you what?
Nothing. I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
Stop listening to everything I say.
Sorry, okay, it's not often I catch things.
No.
But none of would any of my sisters fit the person that you were describing from last night?
No, because
Savage.
they're all very merry people.
Yeah, they don't have any underlying.
Yeah. Yeah, don't.
Underlying annoyances.
No, they're all very lovely people. So what happens is they obviously have to wrap this all up in. There's a year's worth of telling kids to shut up.
Yes.
Be cuteness.
And the frustration that
fingers
goes with
on
that.
lips.
Yeah.
Stop shoving that crayon up your nose.
Yes.
And which one are you shitting in the
goldfish tank?
In the cloakroom?
Right. Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
One of you shitting someone else's hat. Which one of you did it?
Yeah.
Right. This woman was out and falling around the place, and I work on a 3-strike rule, Ray, whenever I'm gigging.
That's very kind of you. There'd be some musicians that would be a 1 strike and you're a bollocks.
Some musicians don't even wait for that strike.
They don't.
Some musicians walk into a pub and they go,
immediately-
if your man ends up getting the strike, I'm going to lose my mind. You know? Some people do have that one. I always try and
don't touch me, musician.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
I always try and be like, so let's say if someone falls.
Yeah, understanding.
And you know the pub I'm on about as well, where it's very easy.
To fall.
Everyone's up on top of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of trip hazards.
Yeah, and there's a band are up on top of people as well.
Yeah.
So I always go, if that person
More ways than one.
There's a lot of people up on top of each other, It's like like rabbits. I always say, if they fall once, you don't know how they fell.
Yes.
You don't know who tripped them.
Yeah.
You don't know what they've drank.
Yeah, or who pushed.
them or whatever. And if they turn around and go, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I let that go. That's strike 1.
But you still call that a strike?
It's a strike.
Even though they've apologised?
No, but it's still strike 1.
Okay.
Strike 2 then is if they end up falling again or...
Then you said the likelihood of you falling twice in such succession.
Fool me once, you may say.
Right.
So I was usually, if they start falling or I see that they're in danger of doing it again on their own accord,
yeah,
right, then that's strike 2. Then where I go, then I'm going, okay, the first one was not just a coincidence or whatever.
Yeah, quinky dink.
And then, so their second strike could be either a fall or a maneuver that makes me think they're not fit to be dancing here in front.
Yeah, and you're looking for the bouncer.
Then strike 3 then is where you call a bouncer or a bar staff to...
Yeah.
Now...
But what if the pub has let go of the bouncers?
Now...
Due to cost cutting?
Yeah. Procedures. No, what happened last night was there was no bouncer on, okay?
Yeah, funny that.
And, yeah. And I didn't know the protocol then for, like, saying it to a member of bar staff.
Yes.
And the most awkward thing... So we gig for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And everyone was having great crack, except for this one woman who was...
Repeatedly falling,
knocking into people. There was these 3 lovely, lovely young girls.
Yeah.
Who clearly are not used to going out here in a shite rock band, okay?
Or going out with primary school teachers.
But they weren't with them.
Parties.
They weren't with them.
No, I know that, but they're probably not used to the Irish Christmas party experience.
Definitely not. No.
Because they've maybe they lived through COVID.
And you know what the thing about them? And maybe they're older than I thought. I don't know. But they were very, very respectful. And I thought, you know what? I come across so many young people who don't know how to be out. I was like, they're great young women.
Yeah.
And it helped that they were absolutely beautiful.
That assisted.
All of us. I was like, you know what? They're great women. They must. I
really.
must find out their PPS numbers. So.
Right.
So anyway, they ended up going, we might have a dance to this rock and roll music that we don't really know much of, but it seems like fun.
We'll give it a go.
They got battered around by this woman
Jesus.
who was just, and didn't care. I'm just knocking into everyone. This was after her second strike. Right.
Okay.
She's 2 strike in now, Ray.
So she's 2 strike in and she's already baiting up the young ones that you like looking at.
Young Luke's and that's what really grinded my. I said, I won't have this.
I won't have my girls beaten up like this.
I said, you can knock into a fella. Me and these girls have something going on here. I've been looking at them unbeknownst to them for 25 seconds.
I hope Nicola never listens to these episodes.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Thank God she doesn't. Do you know? So don't be telling her anyway.
Laura listens and she'd probably tell her.
Fuck, man. I keep forgetting. Goddamn bitch wives. We have a pair of bitch wives, Ray. It's not fair.
Go on.
We can't just be men anymore.
No.
You can't talk about women that are far too, you know. How's your,
Wrong.
Apparently it's all wrong now, is it, chat? To go up and say to them, no, I'm not married, and take off your ring. That's wrong now, apparently, Anyway, so, they were fine women. So they were getting knocked around. She was on strike too, then my blood was boiling, I was getting emotional. And we were in the middle of Thunderstruck.
Oh, you see, now you're only asking for trouble.
That was the problem then. Now
that's a high tripping song.
There's a high trip. It's a high trip threshold. There's a low trip threshold when it comes to.
Yeah, if you're doing Robbie Williams' Angels, you're not going to get anyone really tripping.
Tabby Callahan turned to me and said, "Will we do a bit of grace?" I said, "Hang on now, Tab. We're not trying to completely flip the gig on its head." We were out doing Thunderstruck, and he was like, "We might just do grace or something." I was like, no.
That's probably to calm them down.
Yeah, that's what he said. I said there has to be a middle ground here, though.
Yeah,
we can't go from Thunderstruck to grace.
Yeah, Forever in Blue Jeans, Neil Diamond.
Forever in Blue Jeans, Neil Diamond.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
We ended up doing what's the best middle ground song ever?
Jet.
Are you going to be my Bure?
No,
man, that is Pablo's Dandruff song.
Okay.
Fuck it, no.
Oh yeah,
Pablo Candy, good one.
The pub.
Yeah. So, but you still haven't hit it though. What's the perfect middle ground song that people will still stand up and listen to and enjoy, but they can't?
Would it be one of Tom Petty's songs?
Not a drop of Massey Petty in it, right?
Right. Would it be Sweet Home Kendy?
No, he's a gentleman who once had a name.
Oh, and now he's.
No, then he didn't have a name.
Prince.
No.
Purple's Rain.
Purple Rain, Ray.
Yeah, in fairness, you can't do anything to that.
I said to him, let's do Purple Rain instead of Grace.
That's right. He'd love that now because he can shine.
But he was going no bother at all.
No bother at all.
I ripped that out of it.
Yeah.
So, but before that had happened, we had just come to the first breakdown of Thunderstruck where it leads into the You've Been. And your one keels over again.
Third strike.
Yeah, third strike. Knocks down 2 Bures. And this is...
2 out of the 3 Bures man, cleaned out.
On it, man. It was like she was at a bowling alley. I said, you have to get the spare. You spare prick. I said.
Right.
So anyway... She then gets up then and stands at the bar, and it's so awkward because we have to stop then. And this killed
pick the Bures up.
No, it killed the whole gig, because she had fallen in and gone through the crowd, in on top of Tabby and in on top of Lukey's cymbals.
Oh, sorry. So she, in hitting the 2 Bures over.
Yeah, she was in on top of us.
She managed to also impact herself.
Yeah. She came in on top of us.
She had some coverage.
That's what I'm saying, man. She hit a spare. She hit 9 pins. There was only one left standing. It was me. And thank God, because I was ready.
Yeah.
I was still... It's so awkward when you have to do this then. It killed the whole gig, Ray.
Yeah.
We had to then stop, and I had to talk to this woman through the mic and explain to everyone.
Why did you have to talk to her through the mic?
Because everyone turns around to go, what's happening? Why is all the music stopped?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I took it upon myself to make sure that no one else in the band started cursing and blinding.
Yeah, because I'd say...
Do you know, it could have happened.
Plenty of volunteers.
There would have been plenty of volunteers to absolutely lose the rag. And I said, I'm really sorry to have to do this, but there's one woman in the crowd who is actually wrecking it for everybody. She's knocking into everyone.
You brought everybody together in a kind of collective focus on this lady is ruining everybody's night.
Yeah, I've done that before. I'll tell you another one, but I did with Brendan one night. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, so I said, I'm so sorry, lovey. I'm not going to ask you to be kicked out, but you're going to have to move away.
That's very amicable of you.
But didn't work because she just looked at me like this. Dead-eyed, just staring. Yeah. And that went on for maybe 10, 12 seconds.
Oh, she just kept looking at, I know the one.
And I just said, are you fucking listening to me? That through the mic.
Yeah.
Is she fucking listening to me? Is this one fucking listening to me? I said, you're going to have to actually fucking go now. And then her friend...
That's a whole new level of drunkenness.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. And it's a whole new level of ignorance because I was explaining to her... I was saying, you knocked all these women over here now as well. And she was like, no, I didn't.
Can I ask you, though, on your drunkest nights, do you ever remember anyone explaining anything to you?
No, but, Ray, this goes back to the original question, though.
Yeah.
That I had asked you. Are you inherently like that or not?
You think she is?
I
feel so
hopefully,
bad.
fingers
She's
crossed,
listening to this.
touch wood, Ray, touch wood, touch 9 inches of wood.
9 inches
right?
of wood down there.
I hopefully have never been that annoying to people on a night out, like where I've completely, blankly, ignorantly said, "No, it's not true."
I
Sorry,
definitely,
no.
I did it at least one night in my life.
Well, you've done it plenty of times. No.
Stop, Brendan. Stop looking at me. No,
I
it was
just-
definitely
yeah.
a night in Kilchama in the N17 where I drank a little bit out of all my parents' alcoholic beverages.
How many
in the
parents
press.
have you?
All my parents, 2 of them.
Oh.
So
all of my parents, I
all
had
my
10
parents,
drinks.
but they have it pressed and they have Baileys and poachine. Not they don't have poachine. Whiskey, they do have poachine.
Yeah, of
they have
course
all
they
the
have
stuff
poachine.
in there, and I literally took a little bit out of every bottle
Yeah.
and put it into a Coke bottle, and I drank it on the bus, the Ford Transit bus up to the N17, 35-minute trip.
Oh, sick.
I was out of it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I had no friends the following day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did you do? Were you just a drunken mess though?
A drunken mess.
Yeah.
But I can empathise with this.
Did you
lady.
live and learn from it though?
I did.
Yeah. So
But maybe she hasn't had that moment. Maybe this is her night.
Yeah, this woman was in her late 30s, 40s. So,
So you've narrowed it down even further.
so she
Third
definitely.
class Swinford. 30s or 40s.
I don't know what school. Just someone said to me afterwards she was a teacher. But it just so that here the one thing I struggle with. I don't know if anyone else feels this. I find it very hard to deal with what I have perceived as ignorance and injustice, and I find it very hard to let it go.
Oh, okay. You
Some-
can't. You haven't got the Christian forgiveness. About you.
Not really.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Sometimes,
right,
shut up. I know who's got on my next list now.
oh yeah.
Sometimes I do try and go, do you know what? That's not worth it. That's a different thing now, though. So if I say that's not really worth having, that fella's a whatever. You know?
Or you could have a real higher conscience and go, the poor devil. She's obviously not used to being out. The drink doesn't suit her. She's in a bad way. She's causing trouble. Let's try and help this situation a small bit and maybe talk to one of the bar staff to remove her from the bar or tell her to go home and get her a taxi or something.
Yeah, I don't have that in me. That's the problem.
You were tick at
So
this stage.
I do have I can laugh about this woman now, we'll say.
Yeah, but I'd
so
say
I do
last
have the whole
night
I do have the whole it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
I don't have this idea you have, which is just brilliant. Like, I mean, you must have gone to mass so much. I don't have it in me to say, you would worry now about that poor Divilly. When you see that level of ignorance. I also saw another gentleman as well, and I won't say his profession. I actually won't say his profession, but I know his profession. He was trying to walk to the toilet in this, but this is Christmas party nights. They call it silly season.
They do.
It's stupid season.
People taking up spots in bars that don't belong to them.
This guy was in the bar, and another gentleman who was there, who's always there, right, saw that he wanted to get to the toilet. It's quite busy. So he stood out of his way
Yeah,
and pinned himself up against the bar to let him go.
Yeah.
And even though your man was walking by him, he still pushed him.
Oh, go away.
As if to say, you're still in my way, like, even though you're being nice. And if you heard this fella's profession now, you'd really be like, holy, but don't even guess.
He's a butcher.
Yeah, he is a butcher, Ray, you're
Yeah.
right. No, yeah, you'd be like, what? Like, it's so, the level of ignorance of people when they're out and about
I think
like
everybody, obviously we would hope that all our listeners are not those kind of people.
hopefully, yeah.
And if you are, that's it.
Don't be listening now to us anymore.
Switch off.
I can't, yeah.
That's enough now.
Unsubscribe. If you're on the Patreon, don't.
Imagine next week we see an absolute
huge
cliff face.
Yeah, a massive drop. Jeez,
Yeah.
I bought.
We're going back 5 years.
Look,
Great.
there's 500 people out there going, I'm always falling in on top of the bands.
I can't listen
Jesus.
to them.
Anyway, the other time I was gigging with Brendan as well one time. And this is my other big, worse than someone falling in, this drives me mental.
Someone trying to sing in the mic with you.
Someone, that happened last week as well.
All
It
right.
is full silly season, by the way.
Go
Everyone
on, tell me
is,
anything about Brendan.
Oh,
Tell me
last
anything.
week, I have so many stories. Last week, do you know what a woman said to me last week in a pub? A young girl. I'd say she's probably a first year in college or something.
Okay.
So I had done a gig and I was coming up to the last 15 minutes, and this group of young college kids came in and loved us. For the last 15 minutes, they were lifting the place out of us. Maybe 8 of them.
They're a great addition to
They're
any event.
a great addition to any pub.
Until.
So I played certain songs that would perhaps have me on News Talk tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And, but I was like, it doesn't, anyway, the
What
girl
songs
came
are
up.
they?
They're certain, they'd be patriotical songs, like.
Why would they have a news talk? I thought they were accepted now.
As-
The Wolf Tones has come,
Well, I mean, is it though? I
return
still
to favour.
I still hear every morning at 7:30 in the morning whenever there's someone has sang one of those songs the night before.
like the book down in Wexford.
Who?
There wasn't a book down in Wexford that refused to sing a song or sang a song, and then the venue tried to
And
cancel
yeah,
it.
he lost his gig. Yeah,
he lost his gig, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So you have to be
Okay.
careful with them. So I was singing some of those certain kinds of songs, and I told you this before now. Unfortunately, when you let music out, it belongs to the people then that listen to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of these songs, people don't understand the songs.
Yeah.
So you kind of, when you're gigging, you're kind of going, I'll just play it because
People like singing along with it.
When people do Grace and they start going, I will die, I will die, you're like, do you know what that song is? But again, it's not yours. It doesn't belong to anyone anymore. I'm covering it, so I didn't write the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're singing along to it, and it belongs to them. They can choose whatever they want to choose from that song. Anyway, doing a load of those kind of songs, right? And a girl came up afterwards, and she said, I bet you're delighted that we came in. And I was like, yeah, you fair play to you lifted it. And she said, I bet you're delighted that the Ra people came into the pub, yeah?
Right.
She was like, up the Ra, come on.
Oh yeah, that's not entirely enjoyable.
And I was like, yeah. And without getting too political at it as well, I did want to ask one question, but I always wanted to get home by 6 minutes past 12. I have this new game I play,
right,
where I'm like, if I finish at 12, I wonder can I be home before 7 minutes past 12. So
right, okay.
I also want to try and beat that record.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask her was, who are the Ra? Do you know? Like, I'd love for her to. Like, sit down, let's see who they are. Like, who do you think?
You wouldn't get home in time then.
Because,
you might.
I think I would. I think she'd go, yeah, okay, well, thanks for gigging. That's what I think would have probably happened. Like, she was telling me she was the Ra.
Yeah, she'd be working
She
on
was
behalf
like,
of them.
I bet you're glad the Ra came in tonight. Come on, the Ra, yo, you know? And I was like, where are you? Like, how ranking are you? Look, you know?
Did you actually ask her that?
No, but I didn't.
No, but you wanted to.
That's what I always want to ask people when they
yeah, but
you know,
they just latched on to something. And,
they did. That's it.
See, there's me again now going, it's
No,
grand,
I think you're right though. I
100%
agree with you on that. I think they've just latched onto this. They obviously don't understand you have to think about 100 years worth of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And what happened 80 years ago might have been in the name of the nation.
Yeah.
You know,
very quickly
what happened 15 years ago, a lot of people condemned a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So who was that? Was it the IRB? Was it the IRA? Was it provisional IRA? Was it the real IRA?
Was it
the dissident IRA? Yeah, like who we talk about here? Will you say up the Ra? What do you mean? Do you mean Mike Collins? Do you mean what?
Do you mean the Egyptian god?
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what they were on about.
Oh, because she said.
What did she say exactly?
The Ra people.
It was an Egyptian tour group.
I feel so foolish right now.
You big idiot, you're playing all the wrong songs.
I thought she just had like fake orange tan on.
No. Right.
I also saw another video on the internet of this girl in England, right, telling everyone that her ick was her ick was something like if men run slow or something, they can't run very fast. Yeah. This woman looked like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Right? She was a white lady. Right, young lady who was absolutely glowing in the dark, like
caked
with orange.
Yeah,
and I felt like going, do you know what my ick is? That anyone would talk to you, would you fucking take off then? What is wrong with you? You know, sometimes you get very pissed off at these women, Ray.
I'm going to have to we might have to close down the.
Let's move it on again.
Upset with women. Yeah, it's a real. The Christmas music is back in again there now for the sake of.
Well, I'll tell you the last one.
Go on.
Okay, I'll tell this one really quick. My biggest pet peeve, I didn't even get onto this, is when you're playing a song and someone is telling you, oh my God, like stop. Like one person is like, stop, I don't like that song. Stop. That happened last night. 20 minutes past 12, we're 10 minutes out from finishing. A girl walks into the pub, first time in there, as in first time that night in there. Yeah. We're playing Shakin' Steve and Snow is Falling because it's Christmas and it's coming up to the last song.
Absolutely.
And she's just in the pub, still has her scarf and jacket on, and she's looking at us like, lads, stop. It's a bad song. I felt like going like...
But you were delighted when our primary school teacher finally came good and knocked her out.
She went straight out. That was the strike. That was the strike.
Yeah.
She came bullet down the middle of the pub.
Immediately there was symmetry to the night.
I went, you know what? It's great that it comes full circle, you know. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that happened with me and Brendan one night as well. There was a load of young women in. We were playing every song that they asked for. And then we played one song that one girl had asked for. And I was like, you know what? I'll play it for you, even though... And people tolerated it except for one who kept going, cut. Right? And she kept saying, just play ABBA. Will you just play ABBA? And I said over the mic, it was a football team of women.
Yeah.
I said, just so you know, we were going to play ABBA. And all the girls went, woo! Yes. But we're not going to. Because one of your friends was far too ignorant to us. So you can blame her. We're not going to be playing for you now.
What happened next?
Well, they all looked at her going, well, what happened?
Why are you normally with GAA teams.
No, it was a soccer team. Different kettle of fish.
Different.
Them GAA teams, right? Nah.
There's no solidarity there.
Do you remember that, Brendan? Yeah. Do you remember? Oh, man, I could have killed her as well, man. Did you ever punch a woman? No. Okay, sorry. Let's move on.
Will I tell you some crack?
Yeah, no, I'm in a great Christmas spirit, by the way, if that's what you're wondering.
I want to have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, well, okay, I'm going to get more vexed now. Go on.
So me and Laura are married now.
Yeah.
You know the way when...
How's that going for you?
Well, it's not, you have to try and...
Nothing changes.
it's going grand, but obviously...
I need you to be honest now, Ray.
Yeah,
I just told you there was 3 young ones in the pub and I'm looking at
I
them.
know.
Come on, be honest.
I'm saying that myself and Laura are trying
Are
to
not compatible.
keep
Sorry,
keep the spice going.
Yeah, a good bit of spice. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So one of the spicy things we decided to do was take advantage of a small invitation to babysit your lovely daughter.
Did you try and have sex in my living room, you bastards?
Didn't.
Oh, no.
So what happened
What are you going to tell me now?
So Laura, obviously, yourself and Nicola were tipped out last Thursday night for Nicola's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nick, lovey.
Happy birthday, Nicola.
Sorry for looking at the young women. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So off you went on your little trip, and Laura was here in this house minding your daughter.
Yes.
Now, I'd like to say also there was a brief moment where she said, I might have a hair appointment, can you look after her? And I immediately freaked out.
Yeah, and I immediately would have cancelled all our plans, by the way.
You would, I know.
We cannot have you minding Ali. It's
isn't
Laura.
Isn't it mad though that I'm not trusted to mind the child?
Yeah.
But equally, I don't trust me to mind the child.
No,
I couldn't. Actually, the responsibility of minding another human being that belongs to someone else is something I never want to take on.
Yeah, and it's funny.
If it's my own, perfect.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, you also had to put her to bed. Usually, like, she might be in bed. You just have to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Like,
now, Laura flew with all that. She was very good. She's the best mammy ever.
Well, that's why we brought her in.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't bring you in, by the way. It's just you had to come along.
We were thinking, wouldn't it be great now if I, like... the babysitter's boyfriend might come over later in the night. That particular...
I knew I could smell something.
No, but you didn't smell anything. Because I did land in later, right? Because I had things to be doing. I was busy watching Star Trek. So I tipped over at about like 10:30 or 11 o'clock.
Climbed in the top
I
window.
was only in 10 minutes when you came home.
Ah, you're joking.
Yeah.
Were we home that early?
You were home really early.
Oh,
to the point where our whole fantasy went out the window.
But I'm so delighted we came home then.
To what? To the sight of me and Laura
I would have come
shifting on the couch.
No, you're white arse.
No.
You're white arse.
You and Nicholas stand out in the rain for about another 2 minutes.
I would have
let
said,
him finish.
Do you know what, Nick? We just give it a minute. Because we've always had a fancy of peeping in people's windows.
Really? So everybody's getting off.
We could have really had a great one at that.
I lie now. In fairness, we didn't have that fantasy.
Oh my God! I thought you said I lied. We did ride in your living room.
Yeah. Well, it did cross my mind. I was thinking that'd be good crack now.
No, but that's exactly what used to happen to your back. Well, in films mostly.
In films mostly.
I used to babysit when I was a child. There isn't a young one ever came over to the house near me.
Speaking of you with a baby.
Yeah.
Laura at the moment is re-listening to old episodes.
Oh yeah,
picking out bits of social media.
I know what you're going to say here now.
And one thing she has noticed, and our listeners may corroborate this particular fact,
if you wish,
that would anyone maybe have noticed that Mark is not nearly the man he used to be?
Yeah.
She said that you have a level of energy.
Yeah.
About you in the older episodes pre-Ali's birth.
Yes.
That is not replicated at the moment. You are a tired man.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is like a friend of mine last week who I hadn't seen in a while said to me, "Geez, Kendy, you've lost weight." I said, "Thanks a million. Stress. Yeah. Just stressed out of it. It's good for losing weight." Like, so
very funny.
It is funny that I don't know if anyone else noticed.
Yeah, let us know if you've noticed the difference in. Mark.
Now, having said that, we did an episode last week with John Caleri, and I came in at a different level than the two of you combined. Like none of you came up to match my level at all.
No, we were very much. Geez, they're chilling out here. And where are you gone?
Yeah, you were like, I'm not going to.
Like if ever there was Pablo's Dandruff working in his place.
No, but can I just say, parents out there will corroborate. Is that the word?
Yeah.
That obviously it changes. You don't sleep like you used to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say you don't sleep like you sleep, it's not that they're up all the time. It's that I'm awake every hour looking at a camera going, geez, I wonder if she turned over a bit weird there.
Laura said that she checked her multiple times, even just to make sure she was still breathing.
Yeah.
Because you're worried about that she's not.
So I gig every night of the week, right? Bar one night, like, right? Mm-hmm. So I come home every night, 6 minutes past 12. And I come shoot straight up the stairs and I go into her room every night
to make sure she's alright.
And I put my ear right down to her to go, she's breathing. I can go, and then I go into the room, then lie awake for an hour watching it, going, gee, she turned there. I wonder is the thing over her face? Is she turned the wrong way?
I'll be honest with you now. What?
No, this is Nicola. Yeah. No,
right. Nicola.
That's because.
But I can empathise with that. In the brief moment that I was asked that I might have to cover 2 hours, I immediately went, "Oh Christ!"
Mm-hmm.
But it was the first time in my life that I'd ever experienced that feeling.
Yeah, it's mental. Whenever I told another friend of mine that we were pregnant, right? He said, yeah. Well, we're both in it, aren't we?
Sure.
At that time, we didn't know which one of us was going to have the baby.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
He said to me, "You will never." He said, "You think it's just the baby phase? Then they become 8-year-olds and you worry about different stuff. Then they become teenagers and you worry about a whole different batch of stuff.
You're not really selling it.
Then they go out into the world as adults and then you worry about them being out in the world. Like I said to you, when my mother knows that we're all on the road, she doesn't sleep. Like she just wakes up and watches Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp.
It makes a lot of sense because my mother has also in later years gotten very worried about everything. Yeah. We'd be driving down like an old country road, like with grass in the middle.
And you'd be going 200 miles an hour.
Yeah? I'd be driving at a reasonable speed, but she'd immediately be kind of going, we're going to hit something.
Yeah.
So as far as she's concerned, we're fecked.
So when
I go, would you trust the road, mother?
No, but when you have kids, Ray, it doesn't. That worry, it does not stop. And some people are better at dealing with it than others. Like Nicola's so much better than me at it as well. Nicola also, so that's the only source of me and Nicola not falling out, but Nicola's so much calmer than I am. And then it means that when I start panicking about something, she ends up going, you really have to stop doing this to me because you're driving me mad. Yeah. And I can't help then but say to Nicola, sorry about just worrying about my child, Nick, is all.
You're really
and she's like, but there's nothing wrong with your child.
Nothing wrong with the child.
Yeah. So that's the only source. She's far better at it because mothers just know.
You and my mother get on fierce well.
Well, yeah, I think mothers know when there is real danger.
No,
probably. They don't. Well, maybe not.
No, they don't. Not Carmel's to be trusted. That woman thinks it's danger all the time.
But if it is ahead of you, Ray, it's a fuck. I tell you one thing. Laura's dead right. My energy obviously has changed because I'm a broken man. I said to you last week or 2 weeks ago when James was here, I'm dead inside now.
Yeah, it seems
I don't know what else to be excited about because all I do is worry about my daughter all day long.
Jesus.
And hopefully that alleviates. Hopefully it changes to a different kind of worry. Yeah. Because right now I'm a lot of time I feel sick in my stomach.
Oh God!
Like my mother was like that too, man. She was very bad.
Brendan's giving me concerned looks now from the hallway.
It's just because she's new. I'm hoping that it does change.
Didn't feel that about the car when you got it. Anyway,
what the fuck?
What about the Leitrim tornado?
Come here. First of all, can I ask one question? Was anyone hurt during it?
No.
Okay,
perfect. There was.
Go on.
There was someone had injuries, a couple of cuts and bruises.
Oh, good, yeah, because I thought it didn't wipe out half enough of Leitrim, if you ask me.
Well, you know what?
The Centre of Excellence is still standing anyway, that's for sure.
And it's funny, I have a friend of mine, and I won't say his name.
Go on.
Because, I know, I'm learning.
Really good.
But he told me a story this evening. He has a little house sheen.
He does.
Outside the house. Yeah. And it's a little kind of a doll's house, hobby house thing that he had built for the kids back in the day when the kids were young. And it was still the same way. So it's a little kind of a little garden shed thing. Yeah. But it's done up like a doll's house. Yeah. Yeah. So he was in the back office of his house. The back office. And he was looking out and he was wondering why was so many cushions out in the backyard. And he realised then that the whole of this little doll's house thing had been destroyed.
Like a wolf that blew the house down.
He blew the exactly. The house is blown around. And he found himself for the next 2 hours out in the neighbour's field trying to pull and drag at roofs and things.
I wouldn't have bothered.
It was disastrous.
I would not have bothered.
You feel really bad for the lads in Leitrim. What an awful bit of luck.
So do you know if my actual house had blown away in it, I wouldn't bother.
You wouldn't blame the big bad wolf?
I would blame the big bad wolf. Yeah. I'd blame the government again, Ray, if you ask me.
He'd be straight on Facebook. That's Leo Varadkar now.
I would say that's what happens when you let so many people into the country.
Yeah,
I'd say.
It is. Immigrants.
Tornadoes. Do you know what I'd be like? I'd be like, you think it's a coincidence that we've never had tornadoes in Ireland? They're a foreign entity. All of a sudden, you know all these asylum seekers in, and all of a sudden they're bringing their weather with them now, is it? Yeah. Always take the weather with you everywhere you go, job.
Big crowded house job.
Always take the weather. That's what I blame. I blame the government on that. Like, I blame Eamon Ryan, I blame Leo Varadkar. When you let people in on their masses, they bring their weather with them as well. And all of a sudden, Leitrim gets half blown away. You know?
That was
Isn't it mad though that there was a tornado?
No, but it wasn't a tornado at the start. When the RT reported on it,
someone blew a fart.
No, they wouldn't call it a tornado. They'd call it a freak weather incident.
Oh my God.
Do you know, a freak weather event.
Yeah.
And you're kind of going, no, that looks like a tornado.
That's a tornado.
And we've seen enough films with Kevin Costner and Michael Keaton and all the rest. It's a tornado.
It's the same thing as calling the war the Troubles. Like,
Exactly,
That was only a little bit. I know someone said that. That is a joke.
It was an upset. Speaking of the upset, that whole thing in Dublin, I was telling you that. I watched the prime. For everybody out there, watch the prime time.
RTE. No way, man.
No, yeah.
No, I know. I'm only messing. Go on. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I won't even get into it. I just watched the prime time reconstruction of the upset in Dublin. We referred to it a few podcasts back.
Yeah, it wasn't a riot. It was just it was a bit of turmoil.
Upset. Yeah, like the freak weather incident.
You know those people, Ray, that were involved. They're real devils, Ray. People.
Golden Globes, Mark.
What about it?
Barry Keoghan.
Oh, Barry Keoghan. Oh, come
Barry
here.
Keoghan.
You mean Tabby O'Callaghan?
Yeah, he looks very like Tabby.
I saw a picture of him that went up, lads. There's a picture out there of Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, and Barry Keoghan.
And Barry Keoghan, right?
Yeah.
And look at Barry Keoghan. He's in a little two-piece sheen vest. He looks like Tabby. And I will say Tabby because I know he doesn't mind me saying his name. He looks like him.
But
mental.
Have you heard about his Mickey?
Tabby's?
No. Apparently Barry Keoghan's Mickey is something to behold.
You're joking.
It's massive.
And someone beholding it the whole time.
It's in a film called Saltburn, right? And I believe his Mickey has been nominated for a Golden Globe.
Is his Mickey out in it?
His Mickey's flat out in it.
Flat out or...
no, out. Well, apparently it's unbelievable.
Is it not?
That's for the lady listeners now, just a little
Yeah,
tip.
but Ray, CGI nowadays is crazy.
You think they might have enhanced it?
I'd say he'd say, come here, could you slap an extra inch or two on top of that?
Would
you
that-
know whenever you get a Swiss roll and it says 25% extra free on the top? That's what he wanted.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
He went in with a Pringles can and he said, no, I'll eat twice that. Like, give me the big one.
Give me the
You know?
max size.
Does he have an unmerciful yolk?
An unmerciful yolk.
Isn't
And you
it
wouldn't
really
think it to look him.
frustrating? Yeah, it's really frustrating when someone's that talented.
How?
Like,
But sure, you're talented and you have an unmerciful yolk. You'd be a peer of Mr. Keoghan.
if you believe anything that comes out of my mouth, Ray, you've only yourself to blame. No. You know when someone's that talented, and then I presume that good looking, I'd say he's a good looking fella. Yeah, let's say he's good looking. Talented, good looking, rich, and all of a sudden then you're like, did you also hear that he has an unmerciful yolk?
Does that mean you think Tabby's good looking as well?
I didn't say that, Ray.
You did.
I think
You said he's the spit of him.
I mean, do I think he's the cutest guy that I've ever seen? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know, but thanks for dragging that out of me.
I have to talk to you about our honeymoon.
When are we going?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I may need your assistance.
Go on.
So the last day, floated the idea of our honeymoon to Laura.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday morning.
She said we're buying a house. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. That's what she said. But then she was shocked. I says to her, do you know something? I've a fella I know, Dean.
Right.
I give his name.
Go on.
Dean went to Japan for his honeymoon.
Japan.
Japan for me is a culture shock.
You want to go to the cove and kill dolphins?
What?
You know there's a cove in Japan. That's what you want to do.
Does that the Japanese do that?
Yeah, there's a cove in Japan.
Oh
right?
no, maybe that puts me off a little.
No,
bit.
but I mean, look, there's people in Ireland who sell cocaine. Like, there's the bad in every country.
Yeah,
do you know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
So you
Anyway,
don't have to kill the dolphins if you go there.
I think Japan is a real culture shock. I think if you land over there, everything is different. Everything.
Do you want to go to Tokyo?
All the places.
So, like, Japan is quite small. As in, like, it's not like...
Not
you know when you
massive,
think of China.
but it's
like,
got
it's
fast. It's got fast. I want to go on the high-speed rail.
I saw a rail train. Yes, not a rail, a train. I saw a train in Japan that you can book first class in it and you get a whole carriage to yourself and it's like a modern like apartment that you stay in for all these journeys.
I floated all these marvellous ideas to Laura.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want to go.
Okay, I would not want to go to Japan either.
Why? I'm asking you, would you come with me?
I don't want to.
As the greatest podcast event of the century.
No, I went to Frankfurt with you and regretted most of it.
You did, but Japan's going to be so much different. We're
No,
not going to
it's
have...
not.
Russians don't go to Japan.
No, but...
Well, they haven't in about 100 years.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. The accommodation that you put me up on in Frankfurt, in Japan, they sleep in
pods,
like anywhere. I don't mind pods, but it's not. You wouldn't even get a pod there.
Yeah, no,
like
it's all pods.
Like if you're staying in the middle of Tokyo, I do see these travel people on TikTok. They're like, "Come look at my tiny house that I'm staying in." I'm like, "That's a cupboard." That's not an Airbnb. That's a cupboard. And the Japanese are happy enough to live in that world. How many people live in Tokyo? I'm not great. I haven't got a great memory, and I'm not that good at maths. I think 3 billion people live in Tokyo.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
And imagine that kind of congestion.
Congestion, yeah.
What is it? 14 million.
million.
That's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the like I can't handle Dublin.
Yeah.
I can't go to Dublin.
But
The idea of going to Tokyo.
You're not going to go to Tokyo, and the first thing you're going to hear is you get off the bus. Here, man, what's the crack with you?
Yeah, but they have their own version of that too.
Sorry,
I didn't realize that when you get off.
My accents are...
They're gone very bad.
They're gone very bad.
I would love to go somewhere like a Fiji or a Samoa or something.
Right.
I'd love to go to one of those Pacific islands.
They sound more like a cracked, an easy going holiday on a beach type thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. They could be crime riddled bastards. I don't know what they're like there.
Yeah.
You know? But like, I love the idea. Did I ever tell you about the game I play where I go on Google Earth?
Yeah.
And then I just scroll and zoom.
Right.
And I find a tiny island and then I'll research that island. Like,
Did you ever hear of the Republic of the Marshall Islands?
No.
No.
Where are they?
They are in somewhere.
All right, okay, good.
Yeah.
It's good that we have the knowledge. What are they called?
The Marshall Islands.
The Marshall Islands. Because
Yeah.
I bet you I have actually searched them.
I bet you have, and I'll tell you a little bit about them.
Okay.
The only reason they're in the headlines today is because the climate
tax havens.
the climate summit is on down in the Emiratis, down in the Abu Dhabis, and Minister.
Oh,
What?
They're between Hawaii and the Philippines.
Yes, so the Marshall Islands are there. They're named after, I don't know, someone maybe to do World War II. But anyway.
Jimmy Marshall.
No,
Jimmy Marshall had an electrical shop.
He did. He made guitar amps. He did. He made a few early guitar amps. So the climate stuff is going on at the minute. And I find this hilarious. I don't know if there's anybody else. Minister Eamon Ryan of the Green Party. First of all, he was the Green Party.
Cycle a bike Ryan.
Yeah, Cycle a bike Ryan, as we call him in Ballina. You look at him and you kind of go, like before he got elected, now this is his second round, because he went into power with Fianna Fáil and he got burnt fierce bad. You know, everybody was like, you Bertie, you caused all this, plus you Eamon, Cycle a bike Ryan. Yeah. Right. So then he went away, but then he came back with the Green Party, and now it's a bit trendier, the whole mind the planet and all that sort of stuff.
Well, it's a little bit. Yeah. But I said this, a lot of green agendas are the kind of things that you write down and then you put it up on the fridge and don't do anything.
I know. So Minister Eamon Cycle Bike Ryan, anyway, he is obviously the Minister for the Environment, right? And
environment, yeah.
And the government had to send him to COP28, COP, climate something.
Oh, yeah, that's where everyone talks about stuff and does nothing. I know it.
Yes, but Minister Eamon Cycle Bike Ryan, he would be a proper green. In fairness to him, I have to hand him.
He cycled COP28.
He cycled out. No, he didn't. He got the plane. But
wait, did he get a plane?
He did. Yeah.
Did he?
He nearly came back and went back over again. But thankfully they avoided that. But anyway, he's there now, and I don't know how this happened, but the EU made him the ministerial lead of the European Union's team. So representing the European Union at the international climate action, discussions is our very own Cycle Bike Ryan.
He must have said, oh, obviously this is a mistake.
He didn't.
Because back home they just put my stuff up on the fridge.
I know, no.
Why am I?
Yeah. So then tonight, I read in the RTE news
that's like someone saying to me, "Come here, Ed Sheeran can't do the gig."
Yeah. Yeah. No, let's give him credit. He is very accomplished at what he does.
What has he accomplished then? So?
No, look, it's a very challenging situation. You're trying to get people to stop burning coal, stop making turf in the bogs.
People or who?
Everybody. The world is fucked.
So the world's okay.
The world, I agree. The world, you don't get tornadoes in Leitrim.
No, I think the world is fucked as well.
Unless you let immigrants in and the climate...
No, I agree with you. I think the world is fucked as well.
But so from a climate perspective.
Yeah. From a climate perspective.
So I think Minister Ryan is actually someone who loves the climate stuff and knows loads about it.
Yeah.
And I think what an absolute marvellousness that he actually somehow managed to be put in charge of one of the wealthiest block of countries in the world.
Yeah.
And this evening, so they have a draft document of where they agree that this is what we're going to do for the next few years.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's up against all these Saudi Arabian oil owner people. Mm-hmm. And he's there saying, we're going to walk. We're going to leave this negotiation if you don't make this better.
Okay.
Which is frightening the shite out of the Saudis because they're going, we don't want you to go. Like, I mean, in fairness, we kind of need you.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that Eamon Ryan...
I'm telling you, I think...
is scaring the Saudis?
I don't know. I doubt it. I'm sure they'll invite him over to the embassy and he'll end up in a suitcase. But, I mean...
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could be right. Or what else is going to happen is they're going to say, Eamon, if I were you, shut up or you will end up in a suitcase. And he's going to come back to the woods and we're going to say, Eamon, how'd you get on? Right?
Yeah.
We're going to say, how'd you get on? Did you get the Saudis to stop
the fossil fuels?
Drilling oil? And he's going to go, have you thought about the new Kia electric car, lads? I think that'd be lovely for you now. That's... come here, we'll be putting more tax on their fuel. Do you know what we'll do? We'll stop them making their own briquettes and we get them from Germany. Where I'm going with this is, right? He is, unfortunately, that's why I said it's waste time.
Oh my God, is he Michael Collins at the treaty negotiations?
Whoa, let's put that out there. Let's see what everyone thinks.
Have we sent him in for something that he's never going to win?
That's funny. I think he could be dead right.
He's going to come back from that now going, the fossil fuels will be around for another decade.
He's going to come back to that again, saying to us, come here, your bungalow, you could save a couple of pounds if you put a solar panel on it. And this is the problem. This is the problem with Irish climate change enthusiasts.
Right.
They're missing the point.
So
the point is you should go to these countries that are clearly, and airlines and all these people that are clearly causing the problem, right? Yeah. And stop saying to people who are on 30 grand a year, you need to buy...
But he's doing that.
No, but it's not going to work.
He's over there. But if it doesn't work, at least he tried.
Yeah, but at least he tried doesn't work though either.
Yeah,
because I'm still being told,
put a solar panel on it.
Put a solar panel on your house, Mark. It only costs 80 grand.
If you like it,
buy
an
EV. Buy an EV. It only costs 50 grand. And then you're doing your bit, and you're actually making the tiniest little dent in whereas they could actually ask people, but it's all about money.
But
and the problem, that's what I'm saying, the problem in Ireland is the only people that get to brag about being climate friendly are fucking rich people who can afford to be climate friendly.
Yeah, true.
They're the only people, and then they're also the people that say, I did actually save $3,000 last year on my fuel, and you're going, I haven't the money to save $3,000. You have enough money that you're now allowed to save money.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of money, so I'm not allowed to save money.
Yeah.
However, my diesel is still taxed beyond belief.
It is.
So it's taxed to me.
So you're not full of faith in Eamon, are you?
Am I full of faith in him? And Ryan, that's a really good question, Ray.
Next year he's going to cop on.
Wow, yeah, Cop On is going to be the next one. I like that, Brendan. There'll be no Cop 29.
That's the reason I mentioned the Marshall Islands, because the Marshall Islands were there behind Eamon going, we're with Eamon. Because they were
go in, Eamon, though. We'll wait outside.
Because obviously they're signatories to this agreement.
Yeah.
And they're going, if we sign this, we're signing our death warrant, because eventually our little Marshall Islands will just be a portion of the ocean.
So we're obviously messing and talking about it here because we don't really know the facts. I'd love to know.
I know, I have a fair idea.
No, I'd love to know if there's genuinely a real intent and a push to tell the Middle Eastern states.
Yeah, we need to phase out the fossil
fuels. You need to phase out this stuff, or not?
Yeah, and they're going, no, in fairness, we have more skyscrapers to build. Sorry, that
was a really good
Oh no, in fairness, no, in fairness, no, in fairness. I sounded really nice in there.
Because we can't put it in if you say it more.
Fuck it, it's not like I'm saying anything
bad. So don't. Okay. That was all three of us heard that. You heard that, Brendan, right?
Yeah.
All three of us heard that.
Something got a hold of me.
Oh my God. That was so good. Yeah. The second you did it, I fucking heard it. I was back in Kusadasi.
Stop.
I'd love to know if that's the real intent, is to genuinely tell them. Oh, and I'd love for him to come back and say, guys, do you know what? The pressure's off ye. It genuinely is.
No, but hold on now. The typical thing, right? So the Saudis are under pressure because the EU was pointing at them going, come on now.
Yeah.
And do you know who swans in?
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to see the money. We've got to see the money on this. Like, how does it work out for everybody? What about our tax dollars?
I have a lot of American.
That wasn't bad, was it?
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah,
so you have done Arabian and American in the space of 2 minutes.
That's very good. I have a lot of American friends. Really, really nice people. I really love them.
Are they your sister's family?
So yes, my sister is American. Like
she is. Well, is she?
No, she is.
I don't.
And there was no Operation Green Card. She is a citizen of America.
She's a citizen, but she's not
all
American.
Of her family
is she American?
and I love America. And I've been to Boston twice. She's American. Yeah. She is an American citizen.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I have been to Boston. I love that, especially the East Coast. The only place I've been.
Yeah.
I love all of those people. Because there's such a vast number of 350 million people that live there, some of them are such a shower of shits in that country. It is actually, you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I'm watching a documentary now. They're so mental. Some of them are so crazy, Ray. I'm watching a documentary now called Escaping Twinville. Escaping Twin Lives. Anyway, it's about a cult. Just watch us. And you will end up going, who falls for this? Come on. But it's always our friends across the pond. It's always them. And you just go, oh my God, how are they falling for it again? But when there's a nation of 350 million, there's such a vast diverse. There's such a diverse.
Oh, there's some very interesting characters there.
Oh yeah. Anyway, they're always the ones to come in and that's why
they upset.
That's why Trey Parker's film was so funny, because they had a film called Team America.
That's right.
We're here to save the whole world and
would
decide
you like
what
some
happens.
Freedom?
Yeah. Would you like some freedom? We're going to blow up your country and give you freedom. That's what people genuinely think of America. You know. And it's hard because, like I said, I've loads of lovely, and I love the country. But yeah. Anyway, have you anything else you need
Brendan
to get to?
Is putting his hand up.
Go on. As a father of a young child and I was the environment minister, what would I do in order to save? So luckily I didn't get a huge amount of points in my leaving cert, Brendan. Start with that.
390, Brendan.
You don't need any.
Yeah, so what would I do in terms, that is a genuinely good question. I would first of all, I would let the Irish people know that, come here, genuinely we don't believe it's ye that are causing this problem.
It's the cows.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, when we're saying, but you're no wonder the climate effect when Irish cows are burping.
Yeah.
I would straight away say to the farmers, it is not only your fault. And in terms of, we're going to try and fix the bigger stuff first, and then we'll decide then if there's other agricultural or farming methods that we can put you into that might do better for the environment. Let's say that. hemp now is huge.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know you
Could
all
all
want to do
get
your
stoned out of
Yeah,
it.
but hemp isn't stoned out of it.
Oh,
It's just a
sorry.
really good material. Right?
Very
Anyway, that's obviously that could be stupid. That might not make sense. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I would make the Irish people know, because this is the hardest part of it. I would let them know, we know it's not your fault.
It's the immigrants.
So, yeah, it's them coming in. No, I would say
No,
it's
that's what it is. That's what's
it
causing
is.
the tornado.
Well, it is. It's the immigrants that haven't come over yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So what I'm saying
Anticipated
is...
immigrants.
Yeah, it's everyone else in the world. It's not racist if you blame everyone bar the Irish. No, sorry. No, what I would say to them is, so let's say I've landed into this world now, Ray, and they've gone, okay, well, if you want to get around your country to do your job, you better get a car.
Yeah.
You better then get a house. You then better heat your house.
Yeah.
Okay? And now they're saying, all that stuff you're doing, Mark, is ruining the environment.
Killing the world.
And I'm going, hang on. But I have to do that, though. I thought this is what I have to do. So I would let the Irish people know, we know it's not your fault. We're going to try and fix stuff as best we can.
So we're going to send
But for
Eamon
now-
Ryan down to the Emirates.
Yeah, but for now, we're actually trying to sort out Saudi Arabia, Qatar,
And America.
And until then, you keep doing what you have to do to survive. The agricultural industry in Ireland, keep doing what you have to do to survive. We'll get you eventually.
Yeah.
People who are driving
That's
around
good,
in
Mark.
diesel cars, do what you have to do. We're not going to tax the bollocks
Vote
out of
Mark
you.
Kendy, June
There you go.
2024.
I mean, is that not... Now, someone's going to come up with a message and say, Mark, that doesn't work. I would let them burn turf, we'll say, if that's what they heat their house with for a while.
Right.
I would say, until we sort out this other shit, you burning your tiny plot of land, keep burning it. It's okay for
burn
now.
your land.
Everyone burn the land. Everyone set the land on fire.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, I would say to them, we're going
Don't
to
have to buy electric cars. Stick it on with the diesel.
Yeah.
Buy a little
yeah,
206.
yeah. I would stop making people feel bad. That's the biggest thing.
You've raised some interesting points there now.
No, isn't that good?
Yeah, I like that. Now.
Like that's the point. People like me, ordinary Joe Kendys.
Yeah, what can
Mark
you do?
Kendys even.
What
No,
can you
it's
do?
not what can we do? I that's it. I would cut that slogan. What can you do? I would say my new slogan would be, don't do anything yet.
Yeah.
Until we sort out what's actually wrong. So that would be the slogan. Don't do anything yet.
Yeah. Leave it. We'll
Climate
sort
change. Mark Kendy for climate change.
Yeah.
Don't do
Well,
anything yet.
We'll see what happens.
No. I mean, is that not? Come on, like, how am I not in office?
It's pretty good.
Because I can't afford to heat it. Okay.
Is this our last Christmas episode of 2023 here in the box room?
Technically, will we get the next one out before Christmas? It's the last one. We will get it out before Christmas.
Yeah, so the live show is next
The live show is the 20th of December, which is
Thursday week.
Wednesday week.
Wednesday
week, lads. The tickets are flying. I can't stress this enough. Live band.
Yeah.
Unbelievable Christmas, big fat quizzes, all that.
Yeah.
It's class.
Lack
crack.
of special guests.
We've lack of special guests, but you know why? Because we've actually thought this show out ourselves. We have genuinely thought this show out, along with
We
the
feel
help
we can do it
of
on our own.
Laura, Nicola, and Louise, who've been doing it. And we said, let's actually build a show. It's going to be class crack. It genuinely is. So get your tickets if you go to ticketmaster.ie and search for Kendy Raybo, or just go to our link. So the next episode that comes out will be before Christmas Day.
It'll be the live show.
It'll be the live show, and it'll be out before Christmas Day.
And that'll be it then for
Yeah.
you.
And I know I came across as a miserable bastard for the first 25 minutes. Silly season is in full effect here at Christmas. I'm sorry.
I'm looking forward to the number of messages we get from primary school teachers that don't behave like
well,
that.
think about the bar staff as well. Not just a bar member said to me last night, I'm thinking about actually genuinely not working. I can't work in a bar anymore because I can't do December anymore.
Yeah,
Because people who are out aren't usually the people who are out.
No.
You know? Anyway, come to our live show is the point, where I'll be in much more of a festive spirit.
And she won't be there.
And she hopefully won't be there falling around the place. Imagine. Someone's going to do that now. So it's in Anderson's, 8 o'clock next Wednesday. And the after show is in Maeve's Bar in Sligo. And we're going to get drunk. And out of it. And Cathal Mulhern is going to be playing marvellous tunes.
Yes.
So we do hope you enjoy it. It's great to have Brendan back flicking the keys clean off himself behind us here.
Lots of keys flicked.
Even though, fair play to James, he's probably the best. We're going on a Christmas party.
Yeah, we're doing a Christmas party.
Yeah, don't tell anyone where it is or what it is, but all the key flickers are going to be coming.
All the flicking the keys themselves, lads, are coming with us. All the sponsors hopefully will come with us.
All the viewers.
All the viewers will come with us. And Sean O'Reilly.
Yeah. Did you ever finish a podcast with a sneeze?
Oh, I think it'd be nice.
I lost it.
Oh,
that's so disheartening.
Oh,
that would have been absolutely
it's
brilliant.
performance anxiety. You need Scuffy Duffy.
I do need for my performance enhancing. I do. Ray, fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Oh, sorry, we'll do that again. That was terrible.
Yeah, what did you throw that in for?
Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items, and Maeve's Cosy Front Lounge.